If you get traded, you get traded. But when you get all together and say, let's dominate the league and try to cheat your way to a championship, don't you want to compete? Read between the lines. It is so hypocritical for Charles Barkley to criticize Kevin Durant. Colin, good read or bad read?
Good read, love Charles, but, I love when I hear the old guys. Hey, we didn't get together. Shaq didn't, Gary Payton didn't, Karl Malone didn't, Ray Allen's an old guy, David West is pretty old. Sometimes it's so funny. You'll listen, when people get to be 40 years old, I don't know what happens to us. I'll speak on guys, but the good old days are always better. No, they weren't.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah, the reality is Charles Barkley forced Houston to trade him to Phoenix so he could win more games, which is essentially an easier route with KJ, Dan Marley.
No. He went from Philadelphia to Phoenix. Am I right?
Yeah, and then in Phoenix, he forced his way out of there, made all these threats.
To Houston to play with Scottie Pippen and all these other guys.
Didn't he want to play always with greater players?
He at 33, when that thing he did out in Phoenix was he had burned his bridges in Philadelphia, went out to Phoenix, got in great shape, and really pursued the MVP.
Since when is it a bad idea to want to play with or work with other talented people?
I'm going to tell you when it's a bad idea. In Charles Barkley's mind and in my mind, I think you got a bad read here. Look, when you're in your prime, when you are allegedly chasing the greatest, you want to be the best player in the league, you want to go down in history, you build your own thing. You don't cherry pick off of someone else's. I think Charles is right here. Again, I know that doesn't mean KD's a terrible person. Look, he can make those choices. People are built differently. But he's just not built. He's 27 years old. He's in the prime of his career.
Where were Magic and Larry drafted by? Lakers and Celtics, the premier franchise. You don't need to build anything. You're there.
You're saying prime of his career. He's had injuries. He's not a big, forceful LeBron. LeBron never gets hurt. Cam Newton, hard to get hurt. Durant's had injuries. Thin player. He just gave 9 long years. You could make the argument he has moved out of barely, albeit barely, the prime. This isn't a 4-5. He'll be on his, 10th year?
10th year in the league.
Some people are still saying he's going to be MVP of the league next year. I don't see it.